You want the truth or just...
Truth. Abstain. Toroka aenda kwenyu.
Why is sexual reproductive health important to you?
To me as a woman?
To me or my girlfriend.
To you as a woman, to you as Liz.
Important to me?
Wow, that's a tricky question.
Is it even important?
Yes, it is.
Ni muhimu.
Sexual reproductive health is really important to me.
One, because
lazima ujue status, HIV, STD.
there are a lot of diseases out here.
I like being in the know.
Safe sex.
Unwanted pregnancies.
I'm afraid of getting babies right now.
Si kitu ya ovyo. Lakini Gen Z tumenormalize imekuwa kitu ya kawaida na haifai hivyo. Ni kitu iko na decorum. Sexual reproductive health is important because
I get to prevent diseases.
we have to learn about sex.
STIs.
Sex si kitu ya ovyo. Iko na decorum. Lakini Gen Z tumenormalize imekuwa kitu ya kawaida na haifai hivyo. Ni kitu iko na decorum.
UTIs, and I get to learn new experiences from people who have had bad sexual experiences and bad sexual health.
So I think sex reproductive health is important. Lazima ujue status,
Safety and also like dying.
HIV, STD, zote you must know your status.
Like dying is so bad.
Don't just nini around
Yeah, so safety and death scare me.
with people wenye hujui.
No, death scares me. Safety is good.
Si kuna zile zingine zenye si lazima zikuwe sexually transmitted.
You need to leave a mark by staying healthy and just being safe.
Na zote zinafaa kufunzwa under sexual reproduction. Zote tu zinafaa hapo.
Ni important juu sasa unaona kuna diseases.
Also tunafaa kuenda check up.
Kuna story ya watoto.
Like frequently unafaa kuenda check up.
Mimi naona tungekuwa tunafunza hata class 5 I think.
Kwa madem kucheck huku ndani, cervix everywhere.
Watu wakuwe na awareness ya kuna magonjwa, kunaweza pata mtoi.
Cervical cancer screening, everything.
Jukulia mtoto pia si jokes.
If you're getting your periods by the way na uko na excess cramps and a checkup, I'd really advise that.
So I think when you are using protection, the contraceptives, the CDs, it's helpful, and I think people should opt for them rather than doing it raw, as people say at raw, nitamu or anything, but consequences. Before getting yourself into this situation, you have to know that I'm doing this and there are consequences to this.
Mainly because it brings life.
And thus, I should take precautions to avoid unwanted STIs pia ziko.
I want kids, so safe sex.
UTIs, vitu kama hizo, bacteria health. You see, you are too young to be putting yourself in situations whereby it will affect psychologically, physically pia.
It's important to me and other people because
mostly it characterizes who you are as a person.
we need to know and understand what is going on.
And vile unajichunga na your health wise na vitu kama hizo, as we have talked about condoms, vitu kama hizo. Juu kuna watu wenye watumianga.
And you can end up being in the scene and then you do not understand what is going on.
We live in a very rampant internet-oriented community.
So it is actually quite important.
So many things are available. You know what I mean?
Being more aware and educated about it, especially at a younger age.
So if that is done early, the better, because not only do we have internet, we have shows that showcase these things.
You see the way you can talk about a football match
You can't avoid it.
so openly and comfortably. That's what I feel like sexual health and reproduction should be.
As much as you try to control what the eyeballs the kids are going to receive, you won't be in control of everything.
Something so normal,
Okay, it is important because when you grow up, our parents tend not to tell us about that. It's a subject they don't usually talk about.
I mean, not kids should know about it, but then there's a level of knowledge they should start, at and grow with it.
Whether it's in school or you learn through people.
Like, that's why I find it important. It's that whole freedom, because it identifies you,
Or even social media to learn about your reproductive health so that you can steer clear of the said diseases.
Yeah, so that freedom to talk about it openly.
Early pregnancies and such.
With anyone, just like how you talk about football.
And it even helps you know more about your body, especially for girls.
Yeah, it's important. It's very, very important.
Ni muhimu.
Ndio ujue vile utajikinga.
Body yako inafaa iko tu poa.
Kwa primary mlikuwa mnafundishwa kuhusu
gonorrhea and
Yeah, so the more unakuwa tu na respect body yako pia.
Naambiwa these are the signs and symptoms.
Usipokuwa ukicheck vitu kama hizi, so sometimes unakuta unaishi maisha mfupi sana.
Kama umelala na mtu sasa unaangalia these are the signs and symptoms wako nayo. Abstain. Toroka aenda kwenye.
It's just good to be aware.
Tell your thoughts.
I like being in the know.
Vile tu amesema hizo ugonjwa.
Sexual reproduction is quite broad, yeah?
Yeah, and also pia early pregnancy.
It's just good to know what's happening within your body.
There are a lot of diseases out here.
If you've contacted like STDs or whatever, how to protect yourself.
2, I'm afraid of getting babies right now.
It just makes me be in the know and to avoid problems.
Yeah, I'm afraid of getting babies right now. When I damage my sexual health, I might end up not having kids.
You have to have self-control.
Of which napri sana ni kwe mzae watoi ni wamenta, so
don't be in pressure that your friend has slept with someone.
I just want to protect myself so that one day nikiambia mtu you have to do this.
She's pregnant and tell yourself that why not me?
I want to have experienced it.
One should have standards.
I believe I am here today because of what I learned about my sexuality.
Sexual reproductive is not just for enjoyment.
How to handle myself.
One should know more about herself first.
I am not pregnant today because of what I learned.
Truthfully speaking, most people are ignorant.
And I'm very happy about that.
That they choose to be ignorant.
Yeah, I would have been pregnant.
For me, I think it's important to on STDs.
Let's face it.
HIV yenyewe iko pia.
Abstaining is hard.
Kuna complications zingine watu wengi hawajui.
As much as it's more of like biological process.
Tunaweza sema ectopic pregnancies zinaweza happen if unajiva exposed na some certain drugs, ndio.
Without us getting to know about it, definitely I don't think like there's a way we're going to procreate.
So most people don't know about that, and ingekuwa better ka ingekuwa more availed to everybody.
Yeah, like we need to have the knowledge, the basic knowledge about it. Yeah.
It helps me take care of myself better during my period. Like knowledge is power.
Mimi nasema kwanza mtu ajiangaliange health yake kwanza before aende kufanya vitu zingine.
Information is very important when it comes to like menstrual hygiene, because during that time it's like your world is breaking down.
Juu kama ujui health yako na status zako kena kufanya hivyo ambukizane, hiyo ni balaa.
And everything is breaking down.
Hiyo ni ngori umejiletea.
So you having that knowledge of how you can take care of yourself better and how you can handle that period better, I think it just makes it easier on women and girls out there.
Plus utaletea familia nyingine mashida, bills za dawa.
I think sexual reproductive health is important because there's a lot of stigma and fear that comes with that kind of conversation.
Kitu kwanza ni kwanza ujiangalie health yako.
Given my experience, I was even scared to talk about it.
First and foremost because of the diseases.
It's not like I did anything wrong. It's just nature.
It's important because you can get a disease that, for example, HIV and AIDS.
So I feel like there are also a lot of girls in different parts of the country, especially places where they cannot afford sanitary towels. There's a lot of stigma and fear that comes with that. And I feel like the more we talk about it, the more we create awareness around menstrual health and reproductive health, the more we make it easier for that girl in Northeastern to talk to their mother about it and inquire and maybe want to learn more about it.
So it's important for your own confidence,
for the girlies,
for your own mental health and the people you care about.
It is very important.
Ina keep us safe from diseases.
Kuna vitu zinakonga embarrassing if you don't know them.
Watu na wagonjwa huko nje.
It's better that you have the knowledge.
Pia unwanted pregnancies
than having consequences later on and regrets. Get to know the feminine world better.
Yeah, so ina keep safe from unwanted burdens kama magonjwa.
Pia uwe na boost confidence. You're like a teacher to everyone around you.
Juu atakuwa anataka kujisolate from the public akishagonjeka. Na pia self-esteem yao itaenda down.
Mostly for the girls.
It's important to me because I prefer knowing the truth, like what's actually real or not.
Okay, so to me, mimi najipenda mama.
So that I can be able to take good care of myself.
Yeah.
Lazima ukuwe tu clean. Maugonjwa tu ni mingi, like I'm still young, nataka kujienjoy.
Sexual reproductive health is important because it affects a large part of our society.
Nastaki vitu zitani hold back. No.
Like I wish these conversations would be started as early, even before girls start their period.
Mimi nataka kujibamba, so it's very important that uko on, uko fiti.
And boys getting looked into these conversations.
Knowledge is power, manze. Kujua ndio poa.
Because if they don't get looked in, they think this is something strange that should happen to girls.
Manze ufai kwa mfana pia. Unajua pia mwanaume inafuna elewa kila kitu.
And then these boys have sisters. They grow up to have kids.
Kwanza when it comes to mambo sexual.
Without the education, whatever the conversation that is had, it's so vague, it does not help. Yes.
Yes, manze, knowledge is power. Siku zote.
I personally feel like the more I've learned about it and the more I've understood it, I get to understand my body and whatever happens at certain times.
For example, the way you've asked about condoms.
And I've prevented a lot of diseases.
It is healthy to use a condom.
By having the information and the knowledge, I've got to help myself and prevent some things.
Because if you don't, of course, kila mtu anajua kuna things like HIV.
Once you learn about sexual reproductive health, then you know how to be careful, you know how to protect yourself.
Personally, mimi naziogopa sana.
You know what to do, what not to do. Yeah.
It's important, lazima kuwa unajua, utakosa kujuaje.
I'd say for general health.
Tenda upatie utuchoni uko nje alafu.
Number one, because definitely if you have poor sexual reproductive health, your entire health is f***ed up.
In a relationship, the communion, can I call it communion? Like the coming together is very important to me.
This is something I was told weirdly by my mom.
Keeping it healthy, itasaidia hii stuff it lasts longer.
When I was in second year, she told me, I know these things are there, so before you do it, make sure you shower, and after you do it, shower.
I think to be free from diseases.
Why? Because there are bacteria and all.
Because we need to keep our bodies clean.
You might get UTI, vaginal infections and all that stuff, so
we need to be healthy kama unataka kuishi long.
It is very important because they affect the general health.
And we also to protect the people around us and the people we interact with.
To me, I'm a girl. Of course, I need to know these things.
Because it's your health, you have to know about it.
And I'm the mostly affected human being, just to be honest, when I'm not unaware of these things.
Lazima you take care of yourself. Kama uta take care of yourself, no one atakuja kukusaidia.
And when you talk about sexual reproduction, I mean the contraceptives.
Now, the fact that I'm aware nowadays, it helps me a lot because I know what to engage in, what to do when something happens, and just to keep my close friends up.
Like everything concerning sex in a wider perspective, not like kukulana peke.
It gives me confidence when I know I'm good, that I'm not infected, that I know that if I do this, I might get this, and if it happens, I will do this.
To me personally, it gives me insights of what exactly I'm getting into first.
For some reason, unapata young girls specifically, they are exposed to starting their menses quite early, at the age of 10, you know.
The person you're having sex with matters a lot.
And they don't have any know-how because the society may deem this, you know, talking about sexual health, reproductive health, it's such a dear topic. It's something that's not spoken openly in the society.
Unajua zaidi walikuwa ngumu kuambia kijana ukaa chini, unajua this is tabia mbaya nini.
So I think it's very important.
Watoto siku hizi wanaambiwa hizo vitu kweli? Wanafunzwa sex kweli?
Even young children, young girls from primary school as early as class 4, you know.
I think it's important wafunzwe juu si atu kupata hiyo opportunity. Wazazi wetu walikuwa watu wa kanisa.
Wakuwe educated about this thing.
Mambo ya ngono.
Health in general is important, so
I think it's important so that you can be aware of the disease and be cautious about your health and everything around sexual intercourse.
Every aspect of my health is something that I should make sure is in check, yeah. And who do you think is responsible for your sexual reproductive health?
Me. Kila mtu.
Women.
I am. For myself.
Everybody is responsible about it.
Don't nisime swala.
As a parent, you should also tell your children about
Justaki kusukuma namba. Unaelewa kusukuma namba?
And as peers, you should tell your friends what is going on.
Kusukuma namba ni ukigonjeka na sukuma namba.
It's my responsibility to keep my partner safe.
Yani unajua tu kuna siku unago kwa baba.
And her responsibility to keep me safe.
So sitaki kujipata hapa hivyo.
There's no one who really taught me what it's about, coming from a very traditional family. So
you both have to take care of your sexual health.
It's something you just don't talk about it, but then you know what not to do.
Kila mtu ako responsible, si ni yako.
Don't get pregnant. That's one.
Watu unajua unatumia shit yako.
Don't bring boys. Don't involve yourself with boys. You know the unspoken rules, but then they're never really spoken about.
It's about 50-50.
I'm responsible. See, it's my body.
So mi nikiwa niko right, you're supposed to be right.
I'm responsible.
So mi nikiwa wrong, ukiwa right, it makes sense.
If I happen to get a disease, I'll be the one who will be suffering. So I have to protect myself and protect the other party.
Me alone, no one else.
It has to start by yourself.
As much as we'd like to say our parents and stuff,
Nafaa wewe mwenyewe uko unajiangalia.
we come from different generations.
And of course your partner if you have one.
When we went to school, there are things we were taught in school that they were not.
Everyone is responsible for their own.
So at this age and time, it is more my responsibility than it is my parents.
I think myself.
You yourself, first and foremost, have to take care of yourself.
I believe I am responsible for my sexual health.
You have to know what you have to do to keep yourself healthy.
If you can't take care of yourself, then who do you expect to take care of you?
Everyone is responsible.
Oneself.
Parents, the teachers.
I am responsible for my sexual reproductive health.
Big brothers, big cousins. Mapema ndio best.
My vagina, my rules, you know?
No one should be telling you how you should wash yourself or do this and do that. No, it's something personal.
I myself,
I think I can't blame anyone right now.
as the individual, I think I am. Yes. Sini mimi.
I think myself more than anybody else.
Yeah, I think I'm the one.
Me. I'm the one. It's my sexual health, so it's me.
I'd say the first person would be you.
I think both.
And then the people surrounding you.
Both partners, either the boy or the girl, the lady, the gent, they're both responsible for that because it's a mutual thing.
I think the same thing. Both parties are responsible for sexual health because take care of yourself for me and I take care of myself for you.